Hey, what's up guys? This is the RetroBees video showcase, the 16 terabyte. Everything I'm going to talk about works also for the 2 terabyte, 1 terabyte, 4 terabyte. But the main RetroBees, it's 16 terabyte. He has all the arcade, all the console, all the handheld, all the arcade. And to be honest, I'm sure it's one of the best. Everything run flawless, everything is test. If you compare to other builds, because I know our other builds works, and I know other builds has a ton of problems, some game doesn't boot, and stuff like that, but I guarantee the RetroBeast after 4 years, everything is flawless and works great. So this is my cabinet. I'm just working on it. To set it up. It's not finished, but in this video I want to show you that the RetroBeast can work on your cabinet, and it's wonderful. It works with LED blink, the button. I'm going to explain the button, the PCB you need, and works with the RetroBeast. I'm going to talk about the Marquee, button, joystick. I have a ton of hardware controller I need to talk about, because RetroBeast is not only a drive you buy for your living room or PC system. It works great if you have a Xbox. If you have you can buy the RetroBeast and play any game with the Xbox controller. Okay? Everything works with a Xbox controller. Just a few computer, old system. I'm gonna lower the sound. Just a few old computer system. You will need a keyboard and mouse. Always good to have a keyboard and mouse. Some systems are hybrid. It works keyboard and Xbox controller at the same time. I'm talking about old computer emulator, but mostly any console, handheld, all the arcade works with X input. That's very important. You understand that. It doesn't work with D input or raw input. Only the light gun games work with light gun raw input. But the input is not supported. Everything works with X input. That's why I'm going to talk about what you need for your arcade to work on the RetroBeast. But first, RetroBeast, I'm going to show you. Okay, RetroBeast, it's one drive, the D drive. You need the D drive as the main operating system. You can buy only one drive, the 16 terabyte, the D drive. You will have all the system. Okay? The only system it doesn't have, if you buy only the 16 terabyte, is the other drive, the 112 terabyte, like Switch, PC game. It's on other drive. All the list is explained on my site. So Switch, PS3, PS2, original Xbox, Xbox 360, PC game for light gun, VR games, and everything about entertainment, homebrew, import are not on the 16 drive. Okay, it makes sense. So when you buy the 16 terabyte D drive, it's pure gaming, okay? All the Super NES, PS1, Dreamcast, name it, all the classic, it's on this drive. If you want to add another drive because you want to upscale your collection, all the list is explained per drive, what it includes. It's an internal drive, okay? I'm talking about the drive because if you wonder how to plug on your cabinet or your PC, so inside your PC, if you have space inside your PC, if you have some space inside your PC to plug it with slot, you can add as much drive that your motherboard can handle. Usually it should be around 2 or 4 drive you can hook on your PC. Some people, they manage to add 6 or 8, but mostly you can add 1, 2, 3, or 4, okay? I suggest to plug it internal if you manage to do it. It's not about performance, but it's about booting time. You can plug, by the way, you can plug all the drive externally. I just suggest to plug it internal on your PC. If you don't know how to plug a drive in your PC, it can be on your cabinet, your PC, your setup. I'm selling, or you can buy on Amazon, I'm selling a 1-bay drive, Rico, so you can plug the 16 terabyte externally. If you're gonna buy 1 drive and more drive later, you can buy a 2-bay, Rico bay. It's an open slot, it's very secure. That's a 2-bay Rico. And I'm selling now it's the Rico with the open door. You can lock it. I prefer this one than the old model that the drive goes on the top. I think it's better. It's bigger and better. I have a 5-bay, okay? So if you buy 6 drive plus a 5-bay, you plug 1 drive internal on your PC, the D drive. Okay, the first drive to plug in internal, it's your D drive. The rest can be external. The D can be external also. It's just externally, the drive, what's going to happen, it's going to work fine. It's taking a little bit longer to boot. About performance from game, it doesn't touch the performance. External or internal, it's just the booting time. It's not the performance of the game. Every game will run as good external or internal. So I'm selling 5, 2, and 1. You can buy those on Amazon. Also, I'm going to show you on the cabinet. On the cabinet, I have a 10-bay also I'm selling. It's more expensive. It's a Sabron, just right there. It's a 10 slot, okay? So I can put 7 drive from the RetroBeast, and I have 3 more drive space for future drive or your personal drive. Actually, my D drive is running from the Sabron, is external. The D drive, E drive, O drive, P drive, Q drive, R drive, S drive, all the drive are in the Sabron. Nothing is plugged internally, okay? I put it there. I'm going to put a fan next to it just to make sure the drive doesn't turn too hot. It's already has a fan, but because it's a close, okay? Because every electronic, every PC, the heat is a nightmare. So if you can add a fan and vacuum the hot air outside, it's better for your PC, it's better for your drive. It's if you can put them as cold as you can, okay? So that's the story about the drive. And this is my cabinet. All right, so I'm going to show you a little bit of the RetroBees, but in this video, because I know my RetroBees, seriously, it runs really great. I'm testing a ton of game, a ton of system, and I compare to other, I'm not going to name some name or brand, but I compare to the other bigbox and Hyperspin on the planet that's available. And seriously, my RetroBees, it's very simple. It runs fast. You boot any game. You can boot a game, close a game very, very fast. You can save the game. There is a free update every month on those drives, and you have the support on the Discord. So it makes the drive very amazing. And I'm working for the past 4 years from the people's feedback. So everybody that has feedback or a bug or a game that didn't work, I did fix it already. So it's 98, 99% perfect, okay? I'm telling you. So if you want to play on your cabinet and you're wondering if my RetroBeast works, yes, it will work. As long as you have an X input board. I'm going to explain. Usually people will have the iPack 2, iPack 4, iPack 2. By the way, the new iPack 2 board, maybe I'm wrong, the iPack 2 or iPack 4, I don't remember. The small board you can plug for controller. It support X input 4 player now. If you update the firmware, this is the ultimate one with the LED and the input, LED and input. But the iPack 2 supports 4 players. So if you have a 4-player cabinet and you have the iPack 2, just flash the new multi-node X input, and it will work perfectly on my RetroBeast because the board will be X input. All the information are on the Ultimark side, the firmware, how to flash it. If you're using the Ultimate in X input, you will lose the trackball and the spinner in X input. You will lose your trackball and your spinner, but it's not a big deal. You can use, I don't have it. I have it, but I didn't bring it out. You can buy at Ultimark a small dongle for the spinner and one for the trackball. It's a USB. So you unplug your trackball, you unplug your spinner, and you just plug it on the mini PCB for trackball and spinner. So problem fixed. So it works on Ultimark Ultimate, iPack 2. Any product from Ultimark will work. The spinner works plug and play. Trackball works plug and play. It's very great because you can use LED blinky. LED blinky, if you check, I'm going to show you. It works on my RetroBees. Let's go on the MAME. I'm working to make it work on the console and all the other systems, but if I go to MAME, all the button will match the game. And if you boot the game, it will, you can turn it off, but she will tell the button. So the 2 buttons for 1944. If you go to a fighting games, it works. Whoops, sorry. By the way, all game can be quit by escape, or the back and start button pressing together, or just pressing back a little bit before and pressing start. It will quit any game. Yeah, look, I'm going to boot it. So to quit, you just map an exit. I have exit, oh, sorry. Press the 2 buttons, and that's it. You quit in 2 seconds. No waiting times. Let's jump on the Street Fighter. It's going to show the, you can scroll alphabetic also. You can save favorite games. You can create your favorite games. Oh, let's take this one. Hyper Street Fighter. See the button for the 2-player? Just open. The 3 kick and 3 punch. So every game is mapped with the LED blinky on my RetroBeast drive. Also, depends the way you're going to plug it. Because some people, what they do, they use one board for player 1 and 2 in the middle, and another board for player 3 and 4, okay? I have the config for that. If you have 2 boards for player 3 and 1 and player 2 and 4, I have another config. It's a different config. I'm talking about the LED blinky. Also on my Discord, I explain how to set your controller here. Plug to your button. This is where you plug it. And here, how to plug the RGB also. Okay. I have all the support, all the files are in the D drive also. If you don't want to update the drive or go on Discord, I have a wiki with control, everything. All the tools, by the way, I include all the tools for iPack, firmware, everything is included on the drive. So I know some people, they have different layout. Some people will have the A button on top, doesn't matter. Some people will have the R1 swap with the L1 or whatever. So not a big deal. If you need some help, I can help you to fix it. But the RetroBees can adapt to your setup. All right, the coin and start works, the spinner works, trackball works. Now I'm gonna talk about the Patco. I really like. If you want to refresh your cabinet or you're gonna build your cabinet and you don't know which PCB to buy, if you ask me 3 years ago, I will say, or 2 years ago, I will say go buy a Brook board. It's very simple. It works as X input. You need 1 per player, so you need 4 board. It's kind of expensive, but they are wonderful. They work X input. Also, they work different model. You have different model. You can work on your PS5, PS4. This is the Xbox version. This is the PS4 5 version. They have the wireless version because you can build. See, that's a Brook board I did build. It's wireless. I can hook it on my PS4, my PS5. It's wonderful. But today, so that's another option, the Brook board, if you don't know. See, fighting board. Okay, they have a ton of different, but they have cheap, but I think this one is very cheap. It's like 40 bucks or 50 bucks, and it works. But seriously, if you want the ultimate, sorry for the space, if you want the ultimate board, is the Patco Tech. Okay, it has player 1 in the middle, player 2, wiring to your button, player 3, player 4, and this is if you want to add button for the shortcut, because it has a ton of feature. Let me change the music, it's very loud. Okay, it has a ton of feature, that's why I really like it. First feature, okay, so let's take the board. By the way, I did, inside my board, I have the ultimate board and I have the Patco with, can switch them so for testing. So this board works with the Patco and it's hybrid and it works with the ultimate because I need to test it to make sure everything works. I can show you, I'm gonna remove it. And I'm gonna explain why I like the Patco better than the, I use this board just for the link actually. Now now the way it's plugged, the Patco works, and I unplug the ultimate button, but I keep the RGB for LED blinking, right? So that's the way I use it. Watch out, it's a big nightmare. But here I have the Patco. Yeah, it's not finished. I put tape because all the cable, I don't want them to be, I put the Patco in the middle and I wire to all the button. And iPack Ultimate, the button is unplugged, but all the RGB are plugged. Yeah, I need to, it's not finished. I have all the power for my light guns, my 24 volt, my 12 volt, and so on. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Cabinet, it's a ton of work, but when everything works, you're freaking happy. Okay, the way it works, when you are wiring, okay, basically you have your up, down, left, right for your joystick. After you have the A, B, X, Y, R1, R2, L1, L2. And here you have the all the function I'm gonna talk about. You have the escape button. You can map, I map it on the exit. So you can map one button to exit. So what it does, it's amazing. You have two choices with the Patco. You can add button switch to switch all the feature I'm going to talk about, or you can use shortcut on the button that you need to press 8 seconds. I think people will prefer the 8 second. But me, I prefer the button because it's very straightforward. You just press the button and it's set like you want to set turbo. You just press turbo. But you need to remember, that's why I print the sheet, because this is the sheet for the long press button to trigger all the feature. I'm going to show you the button. This is the old board I buy, a 4-player Pico, very nice, with some controller, very great. Nanoleaf button, RGB, spinner, the flying stick, trackball. I'm going to show you the button. I did. It's long to do the button because you need to buy the button, do some hole. It's all explained on when you buy the 4000 Pico. They have a PDF. They're showing you the option. If you want to wire some press button, switch button. Actually, you have 3 type of solution. This is one of the solutions. So every button has a function: turbo, switch player, turn to keyboard mode, and so on, so on. All button has a function. But if you don't want to wire a ton of buttons on your arcade, you can use switch. So the first one is analog. You can switch analog, fast or slow. So what that means, everything I'm going to explain is working on the Pico, and it's not offered on Ultimark or any other PCB on the market, okay? So usually it's on fast now. If you read the small screen, analog fast. I don't know if you can read it. It says analog fast, 2-player, 3, 1, 2, 4. All right? So analog fast is when you play most of the game. So when you push up, down, right, left, it goes very fast, you know. If you want to play flying game, driving game, you don't want the car or the airplane to go too fast, you know. When you play flying games or car games, driving games, so you put it at slow. All right, so there is a trigger. I don't remember. I'm not going to tell you the trigger, but this one is player 1 back, press 8 seconds. So if I press this one 8 seconds, it will switch to slow and switch back to, yeah, the back button is to switch to slow and the other one is switch to fast. Simple as that. That's a great feature. I did test it on driving game and flying game. It's a great feature. Second feature, some game like Pac-Man or whatever, the basic all retro game, will use a more, it will easier on a D-pad mode. So you can turn your joystick on a D-pad mode. That's another function. So you can turn analog to D-pad. The joystick. That's freaking smart. Also, if you play game like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, the game show player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4, right? But actually, when you plug the Pico, it's set to player 1, player 2, makes sense, player 3, player 4. But let's say you want to play Teenage Mutant Ninja on the arcade, you can swap. So it will turn player 1, a real player 1, real player 2, real player 3, real player 4. Okay? So it makes sense because when you play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, everybody is in the same order. So that's another great option. Where's my mouse? No, seriously, the Pico, it's amazing. All the options. Very simple to plug, very all the feature. And you can turn it to 4-player, 1, 2, 3, and 4. After twin stick, it's very rare, but some Nintendo DS, there is some game in Nintendo and some in the arcade. You can use the player 1 and 2 as a twin stick. Basically what it's going to do is going to turn your player 1 and 2 as one controller. And you can use both sticks to play the game. There is some twin stick game, and both buttons will be shared as player 1. All right? So that makes sense. And you can switch it back to... also, the turbo. People, remember on some controller, you can... let's say you play 1944 on the MAME and you want to shoot like rapidly without tapping. It will be turbo. So if you trigger the turbo without touching any button, it will set the A button as turbo. If you want more button to be turbo, let's say I press the 4 button, let's say 4 button, I press the turbo, it will switch all the 4 buttons to turbo. So you can choose any button to be turbo. That's amazing. And the last feature, and a good, because it's the last feature is you can turn your X input PATCO to keyboard mode. Okay, so you trigger disconnect, it will turn the. It's good if you have an emulator or something that use keyboard button, and also it's good. Let's say you have a party, a ton of people, and you want to play, I don't know, a Switch game with Xbox. You can hook 4 Xbox on the Retrobeast. But because you have 4 PATCO, you press disconnect. It's going to go to keyboard mode. Okay? And it's going to make your Xbox appear as controller 1, 2, 3, and 4, your real Xbox. So PATCO, the best guy if you're interested. All the links are on my site. I really like it. It's selling some wires for your button that you can plug on the PATCO. He has the mini screen to give you the information. He has the flash tool. If you need to flash and update your PATCO, he has the flash tool. Everything is explained. And in disconnect mode, if you want to hook your Xbox here or your Microsoft dongle, what it's going to do, let's say your 4 Xbox are always connect to it. What it's going to do is going to shut down the PATCO. It's going to enable your 4 controller, 1 or 4 controller, and your 4 controller will become 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So everything is explained. It's wonderful, guys. So that's the solution for your cabinet. For the Marquee, it works. I have, if I go to any main games, I have all the logo Marquee workings for the, see all the marquees will appear, logo, also the banner on the layout, you have the cover and Marquee. Some system will show only the logo with a video background, very great. I'm working to change the video on all systems, but for cabinet, it's amazing. Yeah, let me show you a little bit. You have a ton of MAME, all the MAME if you have arcade, a ton of arcade board. I have all the Taito, Typex, Nesica, name it. I mean, the beast is really complete. For the cabinet, I never see a launcher pack of so much game for the arcade. It's amazing. All the Atom is Swave, Naomi, all the system you know, and more. Sega Model 2, Naomi, Sega Model, Naomi 2. Techno Parrot, it's complete. If you want to play with the Xbox, I mean your arcade board, PATCO, whatever, I have all the Techno Parrot in the world. Okay? It's freaking amazing. I have the Techno Parrot for driving wheel. It's all set for the Logitech G20 and G29 for the PS5 version. It works with the pedal, the manual if you want to plug your driving wheel. By the way, it doesn't work only for the G20. It works with any driving wheel you will buy. Okay? And I did prepare, I have a easy setup for all the Techno Parrot now. you need to just set one game with your driving wheel. And the way I have a video on how to do it, and instead of remapping all the Technopirate for your driving wheel input, you just do it for one wheel, and after it's going to copy all the mapping to all Technopirate driving wheel. So driving wheel, I have 55 driving wheel plus all the driving gaming. Amazing. And of course, all the light gun for Techno. Technopirate in the board section. It's amazing. Talking about light gun, you can hook your Gunfire R, Retro Shooter, Gunfire R, Guncom 1, Guncom 2, any mod game, any gun from RPEG Electronic will work. M-Track will work. I know it's a pain in the ass, but if the gun works well when you calibrate it, it will work on all my light gun games. And also there is the Time Crisis 3 gun game with the rail. It works. I know some people, they mod it, like Vision Play. That works. Retro Shooter works. The new MX24 will work. The new Blendcom will work. Any future game will work. The only gun that doesn't work is the Sindon, because it's a pain in the butt and it doesn't work all the time. So it's not supported on my light gun setup. But look at that. I mean, imagine your cabinet with the RetroBees. You can buy the 16 terabyte, and after you can add as many drive you want for Switch, PS2, PS3, Xbox. It's not finished. I have more arcade. Doom, like a ton of Doom and stuff like that. A ton of PC game. All the classic. I do not miss anything. Shmup, a ton of shmup to play on your arcade. I mean, watch my old video, some old video. I'm scrolling all the game and all the. It's amazing. Ultra Street Fighter and so on and so on and so on. And after on the 16 terabyte, you have the Beast collection. You have all the console from Atari to Xbox, PS5, PS4, PS3, PS2. My God, it's so complete. And everything is test, everything is working, everything is optimized to HD. Look at that. All the Wii. Talking about the Wii, you will need for the Wii, because it's almost impossible to play all Wii game with just an Xbox controller. So if you buy my PC, I will ship with a Wiimote and a Wii bar, but usually people buy my drive. What you need, it's a MeFlash Wii bar. It's a USB MeFlash Wii bar. You put it at position 5. You press the button. You press the button on your real Wiimote. You need a real Wiimote for the Wii or Wii U, but a real one. You just pair it and it works wonderful. I never heard about any problem about that. You can play any Wii game with a real Wiimote and a USB MeFlash bar. By the way, always turn it off when you play other games. I don't know why, but the bar, if it's still on, whatever on your cabinet, your PC, living room, whatever the setup you have, if you leave it on, it will block the communication for some reason for the Xbox to play on other emulator. That's the most common problem. Just turn it off when you finish to play the Wii. Talking about controllers, sorry for the mess. I just you can play RetroBees with PS5, PS2, PS3 controller. It doesn't matter. There is, again, it's a MeFlash dongle. Go on their site. MeFlash Magic dongle. This is an old version. Also, they have firmware update. But what it does, you plug it to your on your PC. Let's say I want to play my PS5 on all the RetroBees game. I plug a USB in it. When it's plugged to the PC, I plug a USB. It's going to flash. It's going to pair the controller. You unplug it. You open the Bluetooth. And your PS5 will work as an Xbox controller. And you can plug for PS5 controller or any controller available on the market. Just read what the Magic dongle is capable of. Also, you can use it on your Switch or other system, PS5. You can do reverse. You can play, I think you can play with your Xbox controller on a PS5 and stuff like that. So it's a Magic dongle. You convert any controller that you plug it to the system you plug it. So if I plug this one on a PC, it will convert to X input any controller. If you plug it to your PS5 and so on. And it's not finished. I have the Guitar Hero also. You can plug on your, I know some people, they build a Guitar Hero cabinet. I have more than 4,200 songs for Guitar Hero. So let's jump to launcher room. Launcher room. I have a ton of launcher and special. The pinball, I have all the pinball. Where's the Clone Hero? Look at that. I have 3 launchers now. I have Guitar Hero and Rock Band. That's one launcher. I have another one called Clone Hero. Emerge again, Guitar Hero and Rock Band. It's just a different launcher with 4,000 DLC. I'm telling you, this is the most complete DLC. You will find all the Metallica and so on. Everything is full pack of song. And Yard, it's online. You can play with friends. Okay. Let's boot Clone Hero just for fun. It can work with any guitar. On my Discord, I have a site, a link to a site. He explained which guitar you can use. Okay, I'm using where's the dongle? I'm using an old PS3 dongle. It's very rare. I have a Guitar Hero, the original. But there is more guitar that you can play, USB, the Xbox version, and so on. Mostly any guitar you have, Guitar Hero will work on the Retrobeast, okay? Let's check the number of songs. Wait a second. What? I have a pop-up migration. What's happening? Because I'm online now, it has an update or... Wait a second. Controller. You want me to choose... Anyway, I have 4,000 songs. What's happening? It's amazing. I have the online, the Clone Hero. I'm going to check. I have a problem because the guitar is not plugged. It's waiting for something. But a lot of people, they play with it. They build also, if you want to build a cabinet just for the Guitar Hero, it's freaking amazing, guys.
Thank you for playing. Come back soon.
Also, it's not finished. I have the RetroBees, but you can launch Launchbox and Hyperspin if you prefer the style. Because I know some people, my RetroBees is based on CoinUp. It works very, very great. But some people would like to launch Launchbox or bigbox. I have the Launchbox. Okay, I have the license for the bigbox also. What did I boot it? Oh, I think I booted. Yeah. So I have Launchbox, bigbox, 125 system, compared to the RetroBees that has 800 wheel system. It's amazing. It's amazing, and I'm not finished. I'm still working on adding more computer for the European client, because I know in Europe they really like old. They have a ton of old computer system like Orange or RIC and so on. I'm working to add some. It's not popular in North American. That's why you don't see all the computer on my system, but I'm working on it. By the way, all the ROM set, all the games I have, it's North American, okay, for all the most popular system. All the import are translated are on the O drive, okay, it's separated. So D drive, it's all North American. See, I have the Launchbox. I'm on the Switch now, but I have 115 or 25 system preset. It's not complete compared to the RetroBees, but still, you can launch if you prefer. You will find your game, okay? The most popular system will show on the Launchbox, okay? No problem at all.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, the RetroBees come with the wallpaper engine. Now the Spider-Man, it's a wallpaper. When you install the one click, when you receive my drive, you just click the 2 minutes, 2 minutes installation for your gaming driver to make sure everything will work on the RetroBees will be installed on your C drive. It will do a shortcut for the rain meter, the little controller that is on the desktop. The 4 controller will appear with your 4 controller. So any button you press, see, all the button flash. If you check, if you want to check if your button works, see button, I'm going to zoom in. So I have rain meter that's going to be installed on your desktop. You can disable it on the task manager to boot. Takes 2 seconds, but I find it, wait a second. Every button you will press on the keyboard. See my player 1, player 3, player 2, and player 3 will show so you can test your button. Also, I work very hard to make the RetroBees to not use a keyboard and mouse. So if I press start on my player 1, look at that, it's going to open the mini launcher, I call it. It's a very fast mini launcher. Okay, I press start. Whoa, wait a second, because I'm not focused on the desktop. So I just press start, and with my number 1, I can launch bigbox, Launchbox, Bees Search, Hyperspin, and RetroBees. So let's boot Hyperspin because I didn't show you without touching the keyboard. You can save game with your X input board. No need a keyboard. You can save your game with the shortcut back and X and back and Y. Also, some system you can save your favorite games without a keyboard. So this is my Hyperspin. They all share the same artwork and games, so it's no duplicated. So if you prefer, I have a Hyperspin for your cabinet. It's very nice. I really like it. It's not complete, but you will find all the most popular system that people like. Okay, a few computer, a ton of PC game is there, all the PC game. Okay, so let's quit. Whoop. They all games, favorite, your favorite will go there. If you press R1, it goes alphabetic. If you press, which one? There is a search, the switch, PSP. Look at that. I really like the Hyperspin. It's based on attract mode. It's very fast, very beautiful. So you have bigbox, Launchbox, coin up, RetroBees, and Hyperspin, and attract mode. That's freaking amazing. They all share the same game. There is no duplicated. All my system doesn't have any duplicated games. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, what else I didn't talk about the RetroBees? You can play light gun, driving wheels. You can use any arcade board that use, the X arcade, X input, the tank stick works. Sorry. The 8-bit do works in X input. PC, I think one of them has the PC switch. You can play with your 8-bit do. Talking about 8-bit do, they have, if you want to play on your living room, you don't have an arcade, the 8-bit do has the PC. Which one is? I don't remember. One of those switch is X input, so you can play arcade games. You can build a broke board or any board that works. X input will works. Any Xbox, any generation Xbox will work. Elite, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Series S will work. No problem. So yes, I'm working on my new cabinet to make it perfect for the RetroBees. I have the Marquee. Oh, also because LED Blinky. Oh yeah, if you have a Pixelcade. This one, a pixel, I have a paper on it because it's very bright. And when I play at night, it's very, very, very bright. It's a Pixelcade. They also have the, what's the name, Pixel LED. It's a LED and Pixelcade. You have the LCD screen, but this one is dot. It will generate the system you play and the logo of the game. And there is some GIF animation. It works on the RetroBees. Okay? You need to enable Pixelcade. It's a little bit complicated to set up. It's already preset on my RetroBees, but on your part, on your PC, it's a little bit tricky to set it up, but it works. It works. It's going to show you the logo you're playing, the marquee, and so on and so on. So if you have a cabinet with Pixelcade, I know some, they have it. It works with second screen. If you have a third screen, it works also with third screen. You can disable also the second screen, the third screen. I have a video how to do it. If you, let's say you plug a third screen because you want to use, I don't know, something else, you can disable it. Talking about trackball and spinner, I don't remember if I mentioned it, but it works with any trackball or spinner. It's a raw input, it doesn't matter. What else, what else? Maybe a ton of... So, RetroBeast you can play on your cabinet. If you want to build your cabinet, I try to give you all the information I learned for the past year. It's on the Discord. Every link, every suggestion, how to plug, how to do this. The best sometimes is to search Google. If you have a problem about any hardware and go on their manufacturer site, they have a wiki, PDF, everything is explained. Yes. Oh, and my light gun. My setup for the light gun, it's on the 16 terabyte. The 2 terabyte, it's included in the 16 terabyte, and it works with real recoil memoker. Okay? You have a real-time recoil for 160 games, mostly all the MAMEs, Sega Model 2, and so on. You will have real recoil for all the gun for R, the new MX24 for retro shooter. Blendcom, you will have real recoil. I'm working hard to include all the games and compatibility with memoker. What else I didn't talk about cabinet? I mean, you can plug anything. I know I have more stuff I didn't talk, but I have a controller section with a ton of all. Oh yeah, it works with the, if you have a switch to turn 4-way and 8-way, you need a motor. A Joy 428, what's the name? Via LED Blinky, you can turn any game automatically. If you play a Pac-Man, it will turn your 4-way, 8-way automatically. That will work also. I mean, you can do your cabinet the way you want. If LED Blinky is too complicated for you, you can just put some RGB light, you know, with just some preset pattern and stuff like that. But I really like LED blinky because it showed a button on some game. Let's go back to RetroBees. So if I press start, I don't need the keyboard or anything. I choose RetroBees and boom. And also the wallpaper I was talking about, the background, it freezes when you play a game full screen. It doesn't take any resource on your PC. But I have more than 100 wallpaper. Star Wars, Spider-Man, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, I name it. It's amazing. So you have the import on the old drive, entertainment on the old drive, Launchbox on the G drive. Yeah, I really like my RetroBees, seriously. Hyperspin favorite, all your favorite games, homebrew, everything that is homemade on the old drive, bigbox, beast search, hyper collection. I have a ton of collection. I have 225 collection. After is the driving setup. I'm working on it. Look, all the collection. I have a dedicated wheel just for collection. 225 collection. Pretty freaking amazing. I like saying amazing. Raiden collection. And it's a runtime. If I remove a game or add a game, it will see it. It will add it automatically. Ratchet and Clank. No, seriously, if you never buy a launcher, if you're wondering, because I know Big Box is really popular, Hyperspin is really popular, but Hyperspin is really old. You will have a bunch of problems. Big Box, it's not stable. Even if it's a great launcher, there is some bug, it takes some time to boot, and I know it works fine for some people, but I prefer my coin-up RetroBees version. It's straightforward, it boots fast all the time, you can scroll, you can quit games, boot game very fast, save game. So guys, this is all I can say about RetroBees. All the hardware that works with the RetroBees. It's freaking amazing. You plug it, you set the drive as D, you install the 2 minutes installation, you're ready to play. You have free update, Discord support, and everything is optimized and everything works. That's why there is an update. If I need to fix something, it will be provided via the monthly free update. Also, I offer the Patreon version for the syncovery. It's a faster syncovery and you can have the update earlier. But if you don't want to be Patreon, that's fine. You can have free update all the time on my drive and all the new game. The only drive I do not sell for free user, it's the S drive until it's complete. S drive has all the new PC game, new Switch game. Every month, it's around 60–70% full. When it's going to be full, it's going to be available for every free user, but for now, you need to be a Patreon to buy the S drive. All the 96 terabyte below 112, you can update it from the server. Actually, sorry, only the D drive is updated on the server and the S drive for Patreon. All the other drive are full. There is no update on EOPQR drive because it's only game and there is no launcher or emulator. Talking about emulator, I always improve them, update them, make sure they works as great as that it can be set. I set the emulator to upscale the game. I update them. You don't need to do anything. You just click one button, you update, and you have all the new game, all the new feature. all the new compatibility for the new emulator, because some emulator like PS3 and Xbox doesn't run 100% of the game. But every month, when there is an update, there is a compatibility. The switch for the S drive, the new game, I'm using the new RetroBeast emulator, and it's really great. I'm going to show you. For the Q drive, all the old switch, I'm using Yuzu, but for all the new game, because the compatibility, oh, I lost the focus. What's happening? Okay. What? Oh, the LED blinky. Wait a second. Yeah, usually I turn off LED blinky, but because I have a cabinet, I turn on LED blinky. Show me a pop-up of something. Where's MDL? Oh yeah, I was saying, old game use Yuzu because it works great on the old Switch game. But any new game I will add on the S drive works on RetroBeast. So if the green logo mean new games, so well, let's take another game. I don't know what's under the 20 minutes. That's any game. I have 7,000 Switch games. If you buy the S drive, the Q drive, and the D drive. So now it's booting RetroBeast. He asked me because I have an update. I'm going to update it after. I need to disable the update pop-up because I will do the update. You don't need to see the update all the time. So that's the new RetroBeast working on the S Patreon. Everything is set. Everything is, see, full screen. Works wonderful. So to quit, coin and start. That's it. The game is done. Let's boot another game, just a random game. It's on the Yuzu. My God, 7,000 game plus DLC plus update. Yeah, let's boot this one. I don't know what's this game. I never boot this game. So any other games from the R drive and Q drive will boot with Yuzu. Full screen, that's it. Yeah, the RetroBeast is really, really, really complete. Oh, I'm asking about the controller, about this game. Dock configuration, Pro controller. Yeah, see, that's the Switch game. I choose any random game and I know it works. So PS2 works great, PS3 works great now, Xbox 360 works great, original Xbox works great, all the Switch works great, and PC. I didn't show you the, see, I quit the game, 2 seconds, no what's going on, it's freeze, it's shut down, what's happening, or no, just quit the game and that's it. Let me show you the PC game. I will finish the video. I'm just going to show you a mini roundup of the main wheel very fast. I have 3,000 PC game, almost 29, 30 PC game. Can you believe that? All about arcade, AAA, retro, shmup, fighting, beat them up, RPG, all the Cyberpunk, The Witcher, the GTA, all the games is there, my friend. 3,000 games. Nobody has that. Nobody has 7,000 Switch game. Nobody has 3,000 PC game. And every console and every handheld and every arcade are complete. Okay? Let's boot a random PC game. Army of Ruin. I never boot. Usually I boot them for testing, but I never play this game. That's it, boom. So you can play a ton of game. Everything is optimized. Of course, PC game you can optimize in the game setting. So I press the back button and start, and I go back to the wheel. The PC game is shut down. No problem. A ton. All the Assassin's Creed and so on. Also, I'm working on new wheels, all the pinball, the setting. Oh, yeah, setting. If you have an arcade, all the main glass can be changed. You can change the bezel, you can change the MAME to full screen, you can change the CRT effect, and so on. You can change the theme, you can choose another themes. You have the tools, the updates, you can save your save game. All the game you save on MAMEs, on PS3 and so on the Wii game, you can save all your progress and re-put your save game after the syncovery. All right, let Blinky turn off, Pixelcade turn off, and so on. A ton of setting, and look at that for the MAME. Bezel artistic, so you can change the bezel as you like. And you can play full screen also, if you want. I have a ton of VR because you can play the RetroBees with your VR headset if you want. You can just remote your desktop and you can play RetroBees in VR if you want, but I have also real VR games. A ton of VR games, all the classic. I'm working on new VR games for the light guns and so on. It's a new project. Fallout 4 VR and so on. Arcade, if you want to play with driving wheel, I have 162 driving wheels from Technoparrot, MAME, PC game, MAME, and Technoparrot that you can play with your real driving wheel. I have a Daisy Kid, Hyper Collection, Beast Surge, Big Box, Homebrew, Hyper Spin Favorite. If you want to create a collection of your favorite, that's the way to go. Launchbox Entertainment, it's on the old drive. There is a ton of comic book. There is a ton of video. All the old music video. I don't remember, 5,000, 3,000, I don't, a ton. But entertainment is on the old drive. If you don't want it, you just don't buy the old drive. There is music, there is Cody, vintage commercial, a ton of comic book. A ton of comic book. You can read to relax, and that's it. What else? On the entertainment, you have the magazine, a ton of magazine, PS1, Super NES, and so on. I will add more. Music player, I have a ton of old video, jukebox. 4,200 video player. If you press on it, it will play full screen. Whoop. Yeah! And you can choose the player that the files will boot. Now it's booting from the old window player. But I mean, the RetroBees, it's very complete. So the D drive, it's only games. The E drive is mostly a ton of Nesica and Teto Type X arcade launcher and PS3 for the E drive and Xbox 360. The O drive is entertainment, import, homebrew. Your P drive is only PC game. Q drive is only Switch game. R drive is a mix of new PC game and Switch. And S is the latest PC game and Switch, VR, and new PC light gun on the S drive. Also R has the PC light gun games. So technically it's just that. All the rest is on the D drive. Yeah. So let's quit it. I just press back and start.
Come back soon.
Import. I have a ton of import on the O drive.
It's time to play on Retrobeast.
All right, all the console system. I have the translated from Japan to English also. All the system you see now are all the import version from Europe and Japan, mostly Japan. I have translate, family computer already translated to English, GameCube Japan, and so on.
Thank you for playing.
Entertainment, homebrew. I have some MAME. I'm going to show you homebrew because there is some MAME modification, Street Fighter and stuff like that for your cabinet. You may like.
It's time to play on Retrobeast.
It's time to play on RetroBees, guys. MAME Axe. I don't remember where I found those, but there is a modified game, MAMEs. All the Donkey Kong, Street Fighter. They are all modded for some reason. I have another collection. It shows what's the mod. See the contract. I'm missing some logo because that's modification game that doesn't really have a logo. Where's the Street Fighter? See, all those systems, it's modded. Ah, Street Fighter hack. Yeah, modded Street Fighter, Street of Rage. No, this is, where's the Street Fighter? Anyway, so let's quit it. Just press back. Go back to the main wheel. Hyper favorite. Arcade board, I did show you. Console, I did show. Computer, my God, I have so many computers. Doesn't show the number, but damn, I just add a ton. There is a ton of computer system. It's amazing. And if you see it on the wheel, it's because it's working, okay? Some special fan-made, it's a new wheel. Everything that has been created by fan, not an original game, will be on this game, on this wheel. Okay? So very special, modified, fan-made game. WWF something. Oh, game manual. And surprisingly, I have the MAME manual. So I have all the manuals for all the most popular system. Capcom 3 manual. See? All the manual for this Capcom. I also have the MAME. Yeah, let's say Game Boy Color. I mean, I can talk about the Retrobeast for 6 hours. It doesn't make sense how many stuff, but it's not just putting a bunch of stuff that doesn't work. Everything works. Everything you see works. MAME. It's not the manual, it's the cabinet manual. Let's say 1944. See? How to plug the PCB and how to build the cabinet and everything. It's freaking amazing. And of course, all the manual for all other system. GoldenEye. Freaking cool, man. And so on, and so on, and so on. Game mod. This is game that as game mod is more about an application that's gonna mod the game, or a modification of an emulator, or a modification of a game. It's not technically a homebrew, it's more a modification, upscale and stuff. Like Game Boy, you can play split screen, 2 Game Boy color, 2 Game Boy regular. 3D VR, you can play all the Super NES in mixed reality with your Quest 2 and 3. You can play a Super Mario Bros. In your living room, right on your table in 3D. It's freaking amazing. HDR, upscale, upscale any PC game in VR mode. It works really great. I'm working for a mod for PC game, like a gun mod and stuff like that. Predog is another, turn your PC game non-VR to real VR. Nintendo 3D, another one. PC game remake, PC game remaster. Another wheel. So what I did is every game that has been remastered, I put it there. PC game that has been remake, because you have remake and remaster. Another wheel. Another way to find a game. Sega Model 2 multiplayer. You can play 2 screen and 4 screen, I guess. Handheld. I have all the handheld, the Switch, PS Vita, PSP, name it, Nintendo 3DS, all complete. Launcher room, it's a mix of all the mini launcher I integrate over time. Clone Hero, Retro Arcade, you can enter in VR or not in VR, the arcade with a ton of table and stuff like that. Really cool. Fight Night, if you have a cabinet, look at that. You can start Fight Night and so on. Fighter, it's focused on, like you said, like I said, in fighting games. So you have all the classic, see? All the classic fighting games and so on. Just quit.
Thank you for playing.
That's another. So this one is based on Fighter. This one is based on Street Fighter. And Fighter is a more complete. That's great for a cabinet. Fighter is a most complete fighting collection. So you have your favorite, Street Fighter, all the Mortal Kombat, Samurai, Art of Fighting, Darkstalker, Fatal Fury, Killer Instinct, The King of Fighter, Marvel, Taken, and so on. Very great looking.
Thank you for playing.
And I have more. Another one named Focus, focus on something else. Forgotten War, it's the cabinet scrolling, the real cabinet main games. Forgotten World, another one. You can play vertical. If you have a bunch of screen you don't know what to do at home, you put it the other side, you can play a bunch of game in vertical way. Pinball, and a ton of MAME and so on. All the pinball FX, launcher, special launcher, a ton of launcher. Typex Extra, it's freaking amazing for your MAME. I'm gonna boot it. It's the real Prasmaraz launcher on the Japanese cab. See? What's R1 and L1 to switch. Wait a second. He has all the Taito Typex 1, 2, 3. The, why does it want to switch? Nessica Live 2, Nessica Live 1, Nessica, my God, ES, Namco, and so on. It's freaking amazing. All the arcade classic for your cabinet. Yeah, this one doesn't boot back to RetroBeast because it's a special, unique. It's a launcher by himself, so. And that's it. A ton of MAME and MAME collection. So guys, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you watching the video. I just want to show you and make sure you understand that RetroBees is the best solution for you. Seriously, every game, everything works great. It can work on a cabinet with LED blinky button. You can play on your living room, your arcade, your PC setup. You can play only with a Xbox if you want. Just a simple Xbox controller, and you can play any game. So basically, if you have a keyboard and mouse and an Xbox, you can play any game. Okay? After you can upscale, you can build a Guitar Hero setup, a cabinet setup with full of gadget. Everything will work as long as they use X input, but for the trackball and spinner, you don't need X input, it's a raw input. But if you need more questions, just join the Discord, even if you didn't buy the RetroBees. I have a big wiki about everything, and as soon as you buy a product on RetroBees, I will unlock all the channel on the Discord. And to unlock the Discord, you need to private text me your name on purchase, and it will be a pleasure to unlock all the channel on the Discord. Because if you never buy a RetroBees, it will be limited. Also, if you need the free update, you need to private text me on Discord and ask me for the update. After that, any question you need to ask on the chat, the Beast chat, and I have a ton, guys, read. I have a ton of wiki you can read and a ton of video about everything you can do with the wonderful RetroBees. Thanks for watching, guys. It was a pleasure. RetroBees is the best 16 terabyte to 112 terabyte at Kriscoolmod.com. Also, I have the 2 terabyte for light gun. It works plug and play with a 2 minutes setup before, and everything will work at 2 terabyte. I also have a 4 terabyte best of the best game in a 4 terabyte. It's portable on a USB, and a 1 terabyte micro SD card for your handheld and portable device or mini PC and stuff like that. Guys, love you. If you have some question, always go to my Discord for the question. I do not answer on YouTube, on Instagram or Facebook, because it's a nightmare going on those platforms all the time. I try to focus on one place. And if you need help or any question, go on Discord, guys. All right? That's the place if you want support and answer. RetroBees is the best, guys. Share and like this video, guys. Love you.
Thank you for playing. Come back soon. It's time to play on RetroBeast.